Today we are making authentic Ghanaian chicken light soup. Yes, with the freshly slaughtered chicken, not the one you get from the cold store. So please stay with me. So I'd previously oven baked or roasted or grilled my chicken. This deepens the flavors so much, so you don't want to skip this step, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put this on fire and season with some blended ginger, garlic, and onions. I'll also go in with some chicken seasoning and then add, as always, my blended or mixed local spices, okay? And then I'll go in with some salt, add my tomato paste. So in place of tomato paste, you can use fresh tomatoes. It's up to you, okay? And then I'm not going to add any water and cover and allow to steam in its own juices for about 10 minutes. So when I went back to it, I gave it a slight mix or stir. And then it's at this stage that I'm going to add in a bit of water. So this is a trick my husband taught me, okay? Without adding water the first step, you're going to allow all the flavors to marry beautifully. Then once you realize that there's no liquid around the chicken, you can go ahead and add in just a bit of water. The chicken I used is not really hard, so I didn't have to do much with adding a lot of water in there. And then I'm going to cover and then allow it to continue cooking. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Yasmi. You're so welcome to my kitchen. Please consider subscribing and joining this amazing blooming family. So I'd earlier cooked some garden eggs, lima beans, and red habanero peppers. I blended it earlier as well, and then I'm going to go ahead and add in a bit of water and then strain it into my chicken base. So sometimes, honestly, I do not strain this part into the soup, right? I just add it straight from the blender. But because I added lima beans, I didn't want all that chaff to go into my soup. So that's why I went ahead to strain. But if you're not going to add the lima beans and you're using just garden eggs, and your blender is good as well, you can just blend it very well and then put it straight into the soup without necessarily straining, okay? I want to also say a big thank you to my returning subscribers. You have been amazing on this journey. Thank you for always supporting me. Please continue to like, share, comment under my videos because I'm truly grateful. Okay, I don't take it for granted at all. So now that my blended ingredients are in, I'll go ahead and add in a bit of water to my preference. So with the Ghanaian light soup, some like it to be thick, others like it to be extremely light. So add water based on how you'd want it, okay? So now I'm going in with one tomato and an onion. I'm going to cover and allow this to cook for about 5 minutes. And then I'll go ahead and take it out of the soup, blend and add it back into my soup. This adds some bit of flavor to the soup as well. This chicken soup was based on my husband's request, so I'm going to go ahead and not make it too light, okay? Because he doesn't like his light soup to be extremely light. So once the blended tomatoes and onions go in, I'll give it a good mix and then add in some akoko mesa. So usually when we buy or we slaughter chicken in Ghana and then we use it for our soups, we usually would like to add a bit of, I don't know, aroma and flavor in there with some basil leaves or akoko mesa. So I went ahead to add it the last minute, covered, and then allowed the soup to simmer down beautifully on low heat. And today, thankfully, I had this delicious Ghanaian light soup with some tim, yes, pounded fufu. And it was a feast in my mouth. I hope you are inspired to try this recipe. Leave a comment down below. Share when you are done watching. Give me a thumbs up most importantly. And until I see you again in another recipe, please don't forget to keep blooming.